morning, friends. It is time to start harvesting some peppers. We have some, hi Steely-Ann. We have some banana peppers that are looking like they're ready. We also have some shishito peppers and some pepperoncinis that are ready for harvest. And when you start harvesting peppers after they first flush, it actually promotes more fruit to set. And so that's another reason that I want to go ahead and get some peppers harvested. So let me go ahead and show you how I know that some of these peppers are ready. So these peppers right here, I believe are my pepperoncinis. And they say once they're about 3 to 4 inches long, they're definitely at least 3 inches long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and inspect them. And I'm probably gonna take some of the bigger ones off so I can get more fruit to set on these plants, because I would really like to get a really good harvest of pepperoncinis this year. My goal is to make pickled peppers, see, and then that one's starting to turn, so we need to get these off the vine. I've never actually grown pepperoncinis before. This is my first year. But I have grown shishito peppers, I've grown banana peppers, cayennes, and so this is an exciting time when we can finally start harvesting things from the garden. He's not quite yellow enough.
So when it comes time to harvesting peppers, there are a couple of key things to keep in mind. One of those things is, has the pepper reached the appropriate size? So the pepperoncinis will grow to about 3 to 4 inches, and they have taken on what I would consider the appropriate color, I would think. I don't know, I've never grown them before. So this was purely an estimate on whether the color was correct. I do have some that are more green yellow and some that are a little more yellow. So time will tell. Also, with the banana peppers, they are about long enough. However, they were still on the green side. They weren't as yellow as they looked here in the video. So I was not going to be harvesting the banana peppers on this day. Another way that you know that it is time to go ahead and harvest the banana peppers, or any pepper for that matter, is to count the number of days that they have been growing. So most seed packets will say days to maturity, which will essentially give you the idea of how many days to harvest. And so it has been roughly the amount of time for us to start collecting fruit from our pepper plants. And then lastly, I learned that if the pepper easily breaks away from the main stem, it can also be considered ready. And as I mentioned earlier, me going ahead and pulling some of these peppers off will actually promote more flowers to set on the plant, so we can get a bigger harvest this year.
That one's just a bad one, so we're gonna throw him off. Don't want it putting energy into a pepper that's not gonna make it. It's just gonna sap some energy. This banana pepper's looking pretty promising. Look at how, that one's a curly one. These are some Marconi peppers down here. Those are gonna be really nice. They're a sweet pepper. This banana pepper's looking pretty good. This one's looking pretty good. Let's see. Oh, I'll take that. Let's see. Okay, so we've gone all the way around. We've harvested some peppers. Let's go ahead and see if we have some cucumbers on here that we can harvest. Yeah, these guys don't look like they pollinated all the way down here. They're kind of all hidden. But I did find a cucumber the other day. He's currently just chilling in the house. We got this one. This one's looking pretty decent. Take that off. That guy's just rotting. We got this one up here. So I don't know if you can see this little guy. We'll harvest him when it's time. So we've got that little cucumber. that little cucumber, that cucumber. So we're just waiting for him to get a little bigger, but I don't see any more. Look at these flowers. Those are so pretty. They are just stunning. Those are beautiful. I'm excited. These are some of the pole beans that actually germinated, which is nice. And of course, our magnificent straw flowers over there. Just look at how beautiful those are. Brings me so much joy. The cabbages, we're gonna rip all this out soon. I need to get some beans transplanted into here, but I'm not quite ready to do that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these peppers inside. My goal is I actually want to make pickled peppers. So if you look, some of these are kind of dark. These may be a shishito pepper. The lighter ones, I believe, are the pepperoncinis. But we're going to pickle them all just the same. I missed one. This one's not quite where I want it, but that one, we'll take that one. Our bell peppers. I've never had like super huge bell peppers, but they're setting. We are getting fruit on here, and that's what's super, super important to me. So another fact about these peppers is that most of the peppers I am currently growing right now will turn red. So let me bring you in. So this is a cayenne pepper, and as you can see, it used to be green. This one right behind it is also starting to turn red. So our bell peppers, our shishito peppers, the pepperoncinis, and our jalapenos and the Marconi peppers will all eventually turn red if you allow them to stay on the vine. That is part of the reason green peppers at the grocery store are cheaper, because they are pulled off the vine earlier than red peppers. Red peppers have to stay on the vine to ripen. Once the ripening process starts, I believe they can continue to ripen on the counter, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll let you know whether or not that's true. But all of these peppers that we grow, with the exception of the banana peppers, will eventually turn red if you leave them on the vine long enough. So hopefully you found this helpful, and now you have a better idea of when it's time to harvest peppers, what they will look like, signs to look for, because every pepper is a little bit different. And as exciting as it is that all of these are starting to turn and they're growing, I still need to be patient and let them continue to grow before it is time to pick them off. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, like, and leave me a comment if you have any other tips for harvesting peppers. Have a great day, friends. Bye.